Welcome to the Deep Dive, where we cut through the noise and get straight to the insights that matter. Today, we're diving into a topic that's incredibly relevant to how we're all working in 2025 workplace wellness. And it's really moved beyond just, ergonomic chairs, hasn't it? It's about understanding the very different health challenges of remote, on-site, and hybrid work.
Absolutely. Our mission today really is to explore these distinct challenges and maybe uncover the crucial role medical imaging is playing and how it's evolving and keeping us all healthy and safe, wherever you happen to work.
Okay, let's unpack this then. Working from home. It seemed like the dream for so many. No commute, more comfort. But are there hidden downsides? Health risks we're maybe not thinking about?
You've hit on a really key point there. The comfort is definitely appealing, but yeah, the hidden risk is significant. I mean, look at the latest study. Something like 25% of remote employees report feeling isolated. That's nearly double the rate you see in on-site workers. Double.
Wow. And isolation isn't just feeling lonely, right? It has deeper impacts.
Exactly. It's not just, oh, I miss the water cooler chat. This kind of isolation, it actively fuels anxiety, depression, and burnout. It's like this silent pressure cooker that can, eventually show up physically if you don't manage it. And add to that, you have 81% of remote workers checking emails outside of work hours?
81%, that's huge. So the boundaries just dissolve.
They completely blur. It creates this constant, always-on feeling. Makes it incredibly hard to properly switch off to decompress mentally.
That makes sense. The mental toll potentially leading to physical symptoms. And you mentioned physical issues too. I guess poor home office setups are a big part of that. How does medical imaging help there?
Precisely. Physically, yeah. Those makeshift home setups, they very commonly lead to musculoskeletal problems. Think persistent back pain, neck pain.
Yeah.
Usual suspects. And what's quite compelling here is how imaging like musculoskeletal ultrasound comes in. It uses sound waves basically to see muscles and tendons, or even simple digital x-rays for bone alignment. These can help spot those posture-induced injuries really early.
So before they become chronic issues.
Exactly. Guiding timely physical therapy, suggesting, crucial ergonomic changes. It's about prevention and early intervention.
Okay, but what about the folks still going into the traditional office or work site? The challenges there might seem more familiar, but they still exist, right? New pressures, maybe?
Oh, absolutely. For on-site workers, yes, some challenges are traditional. Exposure to illnesses, flu, COVID, whatever's going around, and repetitive strain injuries. Think assembly line work, or even just prolonged computer use day in, day out. Plus, stress and burnout are still very much there, especially we find for managers who often carry a heavier load.
And how does imaging fit into that on-site picture?
Well, if we connect this to the bigger picture, occupational health clinics often use tools like chest x-rays, or sometimes low-dose CT scans, which give a much more detailed 3D view, maybe to monitor for lung issues if there are workplace exposures. Or things like high-resolution ultrasound and MRI scans to detect strain in tendons or nerves really early before it becomes, debilitating.
So it helps get people into rehab faster, reduces lost work time.
That's the goal. Prompt rehabilitation, less time off work. It makes a big difference.
Okay, so this naturally brings us to hybrid work, which seems to be the dominant model now, certainly for knowledge workers in 2025. It promises that perfect blend, but does it deliver? Or does it just create its own unique mix of problems?
It's a really interesting dynamic, actually. Hybrid work offers flexibility, which is great, but you still see issues. Around 21% of hybrid workers report loneliness. Maybe not quite as high as fully remote, but it's there. And that constant shifting, adapting schedules, managing tech across different locations that can definitely blur boundaries too. Tech overload is a real thing.
So still some downsides, but you mentioned advantages earlier.
Yes, and here's a potentially powerful upside. Our data indicates that 76% of hybrid employees feel more empowered to actually make time for preventive health care. That's a huge number. It suggests that the flexibility allows people to prioritize checkups, screenings.
Interesting. So they're more likely to use preventive imaging?
It seems that way. Things like annual health checks that might include screening ultrasounds, for example. It represents a real opportunity, actually, for companies to lean into this, support proactive health, catch things earlier, both acute issues and chronic conditions.
Okay, so we have these three distinct models, each with unique risks and opportunities. How do we best leverage medical imaging across all of them? What are the best practices?
The emphasis really have to be on early and targeted screening, using the right tools for the job, like musculoskeletal ultrasound, as we mentioned, or low-dose X-ray, maybe even DXA scans. That's dual energy X-ray absorptiometry, often used for bone density, but it can also give insights into body composition. The key is catching issues before they lead to long-term problems or disability.
And it's not just about finding problems, is it?
No, that's a crucial point. Diagnostic imaging also provides clarity and, importantly, reassurance. Ruling out serious illness when someone has chronic pain, for instance. That alone can be huge, because chronic pain is a major contributor to things like depression and people being off work. And looking ahead, we're even seeing AI-enhanced imaging emerging. Faster reads, more data-driven, personalized wellness programs. It's evolving fast.
Really fascinating. So let's bring this home for our listeners. Whether you're managing a team or you're an employee navigating your own work life, what are the practical steps you can take?
Right. For remote and hybrid workers, number one, seriously, set up an ergonomic workspace. It matters. Schedule proper breaks, step away from the screen, and definitely book those preventive health screenings, make them part of your routine. For on-site staff, don't hesitate to ask about workplace risk assessments. And push for early imaging if you suspect stress-related issues or overuse injuries.
And for employers, what's their role?
For employers, it's about offering integrated wellness programs. That means good mental health support alongside physical health initiatives, and providing access to timely, on-demand imaging for early diagnosis. Critically, this needs to be available regardless of where your team members actually work, because ultimately, a healthy workforce is a productive workforce, wherever they are.
Yeah, this deep dive really underscores that workplace wellness just isn't a one-size-fits-all approach anymore. A proactive strategy using modern tools like imaging seems essential.
Absolutely. By recognizing these really unique risks in each work model and using medical imaging wisely, smartly, both employees and employers can build healthier, definitely more resilient workforces. And, this raises an important question as we look forward. How will we continue to leverage advanced technology, especially imaging, to proactively shape well-being in this constantly shifting world of work?